Hey, what up, family? What's going on? It's time for No Picks Podcast.
What's up, family? Joe checking in. No Fix Podcast.
All right, so check this out. Today we wanted to talk about this this topic that keeps popping up on my TikTok, keeps popping up on my YouTube. It's called a sovereign citizen. So
Oh,
basically, a sovereign citizen is someone that was born in the U.S. that thinks that the U.S. laws don't apply to them specifically for some reason. They have different reasons for the situation, but they think that the laws don't really apply to them, and um, they have a really hard time dealing with cops and judges and the legal system in general. So we're going to play an example of a sovereign citizen, and then we're going to talk about it and take it from there.
all right, let's go. Here's our example.
Without prejudice, I, Jeffrey-Lawrence Calgill, with Teresa-Ann Calgill, the beneficiaries, make a special appearance sui juris propria persona under fraud, menace, and duress before fiduciary basher. This is a Sesticate trust action, which you are now a real party in interest to.
Yep.
I'm the living, breathing man on the land and soil. The dead entity, all caps, Jeffrey-Lawrence Calgill, was expatriated, and I, the living man, have an unrebutted UCC-1 lien and security agreement with the all-caps entity, and Gary Basher serves as the entity.
Bro, what?
I didn't understand a single fucking word out of his mouth, bro. He kept saying entity.
He it sounds like gibberish, right? But he was like, I mean, I can stop it right now, but he's trying to explain why he didn't pay a bill and then they put a lien on his property and why he just didn't pay the expenses. So he's basically trying to argue why he doesn't have to pay his bill. And we didn't get to see what the judge was saying to all this crap. However, this sovereign citizen stuff. So we found a clip of a lawyer who's going to explain some of this sovereign citizen stuff and give his perspective on it. But from what you know, it seems to be these American citizens who think that they are either above the law, that they don't have to follow them. There's if you just Google or go on YouTube and put like, you know, sovereign citizens getting owned, you'll find video after video after video.
Yeah.
If you go to TikTok,
Yeah.
go to y'all ain't got nothing to do. Go to TikTok, type in sovereign citizens getting owned, and you will have video after video after video of people in the most awkward, stupid, dumb situations.
I don't get it, man. They're like, I don't know. All right, listen. The only way I could kind of see this argument is if you're a Native American. Like a legit Native American, 100% Cherokee, I don't know,
Right.
Blackfoot, whatever, Hushawiya, whatever the Jones are. If I'm a Cherokee or whatever, I got my long ponytail, I'm driving, I get pulled over, I could say some random nonsense, and I'd be like, you still be wrong, right? But at least you could be like, somebody from the outside would get the concept.
Right.
This dude
Right.
is full blown apple pie hot dog eating fucking white dude American. The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
They see some stuff on Twitter or on TikTok and they see a definition of sovereign citizenship and some bullet points and they just regurgitate it and think that like laws just don't exist anymore. And that's the funniest thing, bro. It's like, what country do you live in, bro? Like,
I was sitting there cracking up, but we should play the other joint.
oh, okay. So all right. So and then we'll just finish. Yeah. So now we have a lawyer giving his perspective on sovereign citizenship. Let's see what he has to say about it. Because this is a very interesting topic, also hilarious. All right, here we go.
Hey, it's Keith, the lawyer. I'm a lawyer, not your lawyer. This is not legal advice. Talk to your own lawyer for that. I'm going to address once again this whole issue of sovereign citizen because I've seen several videos, whether it's here on TikTok or on YouTube or other places, where people are asserting their so-called sovereign citizen rights, either at a roadside stop or sometimes even in court in front of a judge. And I just want to stress once again that this whole issue of sovereign citizen rights, it doesn't exist. It just does not exist. And what most of the people do that I've seen when they're trying to assert these so-called rights, They are repeating things that people have told them. And it basically amounts to some legal terms, some terminology, some phrases that are strung together in a way that amounts to nothing more than gibberish. It isn't that what they're saying is wrong. It's that what they're saying doesn't even mean anything. So what it's going to do is get you arrested. It got one guy on a video that I saw. It got him thrown in jail after being held in contempt by the judge, and rightly so. So sovereign citizen rights, not a thing, doesn't exist. If you received any value from this video, you've enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a like, share, and a follow. Thanks for watching.
He's like, give me that like, share. He said it's gibberish, and that's what the boy sounded like, right? You said I can't even understand what he's saying. That's how bad it is.
Only what I understood was entity, but let me equate it to something that happens in my everyday encounters in my job.
Oh Lord!
Right? So this happens. This is a thing. So I mentioned this before, right? But I'll mention it again. I work for the Social Security Administration for the most. Well, that's one of my jobs, right? Bro, for whatever reason, when people get out of jail, the first place they go is the Social Security office. The first place they go, before they go home, they go to Social Security. I see so many ex-prisoners, bro, like that's just like fresh out of jail. Like fresh out. So the reason that they do that, right, is because someone in jail, some kind of jailhouse lawyer, some dude that's always in the library reading stuff, right, and everybody takes his word and they're like, yo, this dude sounds smart because he's smarter than me. Mm-hmm. These guys come to the office fresh out of jail. Maybe he did 5 years, 10 years, 6 years, whatever. He's like, listen. So a lot of times they slide me a piece of paper. They're like, listen, according to statute 677-1873, I need my $25,000 that the government owes me. And I'll be sitting there. When I first started, I've been working at Social Security since 2010, right? So, that's fucking 14 years. So before, when I was new in the game, I used to be like, oh shit, like this sounds legit. I used to be sitting there like, wow, like this nigga said the whole fucking statute. He said the squiggly line. You ever look at? He said the squiggly. I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta pay this. I'm like, I be looking around, coming to my manager, like, yo, like you gotta pay this man. This man just got out of jail. Look at the statute. He said the squiggly. This is it. And they be like, bro, that's not a thing. Like that don't exist, right? So I go back to him like, listen, bro, like this is not a thing. Like whoever told you this is this jailhouse lawyer just kind of told you whatever they wanted to tell you, whatever. But yo, the arguments or the disagreements or the nastiness I have with people, it rarely gets worse than that. Because those people be thinking, yo, I got $25,000, I got $10,000, I got $5,000 waiting for me because of this statute that some random dude in jail tells people, and then they come out of jail thinking that they just supposed to get this big ass check because the government disenfranchised them. That's the phrase that he's like, no, that's the disenfranchisement thing. And I'm like, no, nigga, that's not how this shit works. You go to jail, you don't get a check for going to. They think they get a check for going to jail. That's essentially what they're saying.
Yeah.
They like, yo, according to they looking at me like they be looking at me like, listen, brother, let me tell you. That's how they talk to me. I'm like reenacting what they say. Let me tell you, brother. All right, let me tell you. I know you don't get this, young blood, but you gotta pay attention to your statutes. Your statutes tell you what you gotta do. And I used to be sitting there listening to him like, this motherfucker sound.
I know. If I get booked, I gotta know this.
It sounds like you know what the fuck he's talking about. So I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, cool. Like that statute must be legit. Nigga, it never existed. It never existed ever.
That's crazy.
The government does not pay you for going to jail.
Right.
It's not a thing.
If you do, it's about 10 cents an hour to build some furniture for an office. That's what they pay you, or maybe some cigarettes or something on the books. Some ramen noodles. You ain't talking about racks, bro. That's crazy. And it's like, it doesn't even make sense though, because legally in our Constitution, like I be telling people like, yo, slavery is still legal. Like the Constitution states explicitly, if you commit a crime, we are legally allowed to enslave you. Like that's the 13th Amendment.
Right.
So why would you make someone a slave, and then when they come out of slavery, then you owe them money for what?
For
Bro,
being a slave.
my property for that whole duration. Nick, pay me. You got air conditioning. You got a bed. You got a bathroom. You got a shower. Like you got 3 meals. You got some recess. You went to the yard. Like
You got a
you got a shake.
cuddle buddy. You got a
You know what I mean? You got a cuddle buddy. Some of y'all be making fajitas and having a PS5 in there. Like, bruh, you hey, give me my money back, bro. That's wow. No, I mean, yeah, that's a great example, and I can see that happening too. And for some people, you ever have those friends who are like, I don't want to have social media, or I don't want to have a smartphone. I'm trying to be off the grid. I'm trying to do this and this and that. I'm like, bro, like,
Right.
if you really want to be a sovereign citizen, you really have to go off the grid. Like, you have to get a little mobile home, drive out to the middle of nowhere, post up where you ain't got no service, no
Right.
nothing,
Right.
and catch your own food, live off that land, and hope nobody owns it already or tears it down for like trees. But like, that's the only way I can see somebody pulling that off. But if you're like in
Yeah.
a city
Yeah.
trying to be a sovereign citizen, I'm like, bro, what do you talk about,
So
my man?
basically, they enjoy all the amenities of the people, of everybody else, but they think the rules don't apply to them. So if a cop pulls them over, they're like, no, I'm a sovereign citizen, so you can't pull me over. I don't abide by the same laws everybody else does because I'm special.
Has that ever worked?
They all going to jail, bro.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. They all get booked.
Right. Like, no cop is like, oh shit. No cop is like, okay, everybody, listen, let him go above the speed limit. He's a sovereign citizen.
Right. Right. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Keep going 100. Keep going 100 on the 50. I'm bad, bro. I didn't know. You should have put a sign up or something, bro. Like, that don't even make sense, bro. Like, yeah, these people are very special. Like, are people who like you know them people who be like, I don't need a license to drive. Like, it's not in the Constitution that I gotta have a license. So dudes will go out there with no license, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? You don't even got a license. How are you driving? Oh, you don't need one to drive around. I could drive around, and I'm just like, bro, if you get pulled over, what you gonna say? What you gonna say, bro?
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm not traveling. I'm just driving. Like what? I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Is that the line? I don't, bro. Like what? Your goofy ass up, bro. You ain't got your seatbelt on. Like you drawing all this attention to yourself, and you ain't got no like. Sometimes it be people who like really be a little off, and I'm just like, it's a special type of person who really be like, I'm a sovereign citizen. But I've heard of it. I just don't get it, bro. Like if you, I don't get it. If you want to live this way, go off the radar.
Right.
Like go off the grid. Like you should not be living in a city, a densely populated area. You know what I mean? Like no, you probably shouldn't even have a car too, because your goofy ass gonna drive without a license. But yeah, it sounds ridiculous, bro. I definitely encourage the family, go and check out sovereign citizens getting owned. It's pretty hilarious. You're gonna see different cases, men and women, all colors, all types of special people talking about, they're above the law. It's very interesting. And this lawyer said, like, it's gibberish. So don't go out there.
Yeah.
Please don't go out there for the love of God saying y'all sovereign citizens and you ain't gonna do this, that, and the third. Like, you won't get arrested. You won't get booked. But yeah, no, this is interesting. I really want to see more of the videos now. You got me hyped. Now I'm like, I got to go through the rest of the compilations.
Bro,
but
after this drawing, look at it. You're gonna be fucking crying all night.
I bet. I already know, bro. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the bull talk about entity with a lean and an expatriate. I am he, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh, bro. All right, well, listen, I'm curious. We're gonna open up to the community. Have y'all heard of this sovereign citizenship thing? Are you familiar with it? Have you seen the compilations? How do y'all feel about it? Should we respect the rights of sovereign citizens, whatever those rights may be? Because we know what they get. They're God given. I got God given rights. That's probably what they say. But this is curious, y'all. And check out the videos for a good laugh. Any final thoughts on this, brother? Because
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell us your sovereign citizen story.
Yeah. Did you get away with it? Call us from the cell, be like, yo, it ain't work, y'all. I'm sorry. I only got a minute, but I mean, let us know how it went. I'll put something on your books if you reach out. And until next time, y'all, be safe, man.
Real quick, and then You can just pick the last drum.
All right.
Yeah, I'm up, of course. Yeah.